because I'm more of like a intense person. So I love women who move very slowly. So I enjoyed it about you.
Okay, thank you. I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything that you don't want to say. Only express to me how you feel. Have you ever seen pictures of Chicago? You strange woman. You've never seen pictures of Chicago?
No, I don't think so.
To let you know, approaching women isn't the scary part. It's approaching women and feeling all that comes with it. Hello. There's something about you that I really, really enjoy.
What?
I said, there's something about you that I really enjoy. It's the way that you move. I said, it's something about you that I really enjoy, and it's the way that you move. You have like, you're not in a rush right now, are you? You have like this graceful flow, energy that is very attractive to specifically me, because I'm more of like an intense person. So I love women who move very slowly. So I enjoyed it about you.
Okay, thank you. I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything that you don't want to say. Only express to me how you feel.
Let's do that then.
Good? I'm good.
All I can see is myself because your glasses.
I know that. No, sorry.
Are you trying to hide away from the world? I can't see your eyes?
No.
Are you hungover?
No.
You're like, I'm like, can I see your eyes? I just want to see how your eyes look because I'm curious. Are they brown? Oh, okay. You can put them back down if you want.
Thank you. Are you on holiday?
No, I live here.
You live here? Oh. And you enjoy it?
Yes. This is my favorite city so far.
Budapest is good.
It's been a long time since I've seen someone with dimples. I'm just gonna continue complimenting you, okay? The lipstick and the shirt matches so well.
Thank you.
Okay. And what about you? What is going on for you right now?
I'm waiting for my friend, and we are going to eat something, and then I don't know.
Because today is the day off, yeah?
Yeah.
For you? You're gonna eat something and then you don't know.
Yeah.
If you had the choice to do anything, what would you do? Like let's say today is like your ultimate day. You could do anything. What would you do?
I would travel to Paris.
On a helicopter because you have time, yeah. And
Yeah, maybe.
you've always wanted to see Paris.
I have seen it before, but just one day, and just passed through. So. But I love to see Paris.
Was Paris great to you? Like with that one day, was it really great for that one day?
Maybe, I don't know, or 2 days.
You just said that you would see Paris. I said if you could do anything, you said you would see Paris. So obviously Paris had to be great to you.
I don't know. That was the first one come to my mind.
It's the first one to come in your mind. So it's actually not even the thing you would do.
Yeah, I could do it.
What is your name?
Rani?
Reni? Reni? Is this strange to you? Is this strange for me to stop you and say hello?
A bit.
Yeah. I can tell you're like a slightly feel like, oh, this is okay, but slightly feel like this is kind of strange.
Yes.
Doesn't it feel nice though to have a man just say, who are you? I don't know who you are. What would you do tonight if you had anything to choose? Doesn't it feel nice?
It's strange for me.
Why is it strange?
Uh, because I'm not so open type of people.
Ah. So me being so open like this, is this very strange to you?
Yes.
The how open I am?
Yes.
But it's opposite to you though. You know, that's perfect. That's why I wanted to come speak to you. Because you're somebody who's so like, do you know what Vata is? Do you know anything about, okay, there's these energies like Indian. There's like Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. And I'm a Pitta, and I go really well with women who are Vata. I have a feeling like you are like a Vata woman because you move very slowly. You're like, this. You kind of have this way about you. If you're a Pitta, you'll be like, you know what? I would go to Paris and I would do this. So I kind of have a feeling that you are a Vata.
That's interesting.
And what do you do that's interesting? I'm gonna stay here and continue to speak to you because I know this is kind of weird for you. But I know with some time you will feel more comfortable around me. But I know right now this is very strange. So
Yes.
I'm just gonna stay here and continue on, even though I want to be like, just tell me. I'm just gonna stand here and just and just wait for you, okay?
Okay.
Reni,
Yes.
do you know my name?
No.
My name is Anthony. Anthony,
Okay.
and I'm from Chicago.
Yes.
Budapest is my favorite city.
Why?
First of all, the way it looks. It looks nothing like Chicago. Have you ever seen pictures of Chicago? You strange woman. You've never seen pictures of Chicago?
No. I don't think so.
Chicago kind of looks like this. Like the buildings look like this. Like that. And here they kind of have this different architecture to it. So it looks very different as far as beauty, and that's what I love about it. The women here look better than the women in America to me.
Okay.
And the people here, the way they are, is very, very different. Very different than like your typical person from the West. It's very different here.
But why?
Do you mean, but why? What?
Why different? In what?
You, you guys have a way about you that's, how do I say it? It seems more realistic. That's the best way to describe it. It's like if you're feeling, it's funny because this is a Hungarian. Let's say like I'm in the metro and I'm standing there and I look over at a Hungarian lady in America. You would see them like this or like kind of like me, but it wouldn't be like here. Here they kind of show their emotions kind of almost like this is what it is in a way. I don't feel like they hide it, you know, and yeah, very different to the West. So yeah, that's mainly how the people differ, is just the way they, I think, feel. They are very different. And that's what I like though, because I'm more of a feeling person and I need to be in a place where there's a lot of people who feel, at least I'm getting, even if somebody's rude, at least they give me that they really want to be rude to me. Yeah, I like that.
You like that?
I like if somebody wants to be rude, they just are rude. I like it.
So you are the strange people.
Yeah, I'm one of the strange people.
Yes.
But I have a feeling that you're calling me strange because you know you're strange in some way, and you just are not telling me. Are you a strange girl too?
I don't know, maybe.
What's strange about you?
I'm not so open-minded. I'm sorry. Szia! Ahogy azt látod, jössz milyen fröccs terasz felé.
Audio good?
Jó, gyere.
Are you waiting for a friend?
Yes.
I think you told me that. Did you tell me that? Okay. So you say you're strange because you're not open-minded. Is that why you're strange?
I think, yes.
But you've been speaking to me this whole time. You're obviously open in some way that you don't know about.
But I feel strange.
You feel strange. So if I wanted to say, you know what, let's give this a chance, would you be willing to go for a walk with me and get to know me?
Maybe.
Yeah, that, like it's no, you don't have to promise it, but yes, if you, hello, I'm sorry. You came in and said hello, hello.
Hello.
Yes, we've been having this moment together.
I'm bothering.
And in this moment, she's been feeling very strange because I came up to her and I said the way she walks is enjoyable to me because she walks very slow. And she's like, well, I'm not so open. And she's been opening up a little bit. So I said, if we go for a walk and get to know each other, she could open up more. No, not right now. No, right now, because she's seeing you. But another time, we could. It could be better for her. So what do you think, Rennie? Would you like to go for a walk with me
Okay.
and see what happens?
Okay.
What's my name?
Anthony.
No,
No.
it is. It is. It is.
So funny.
Let me stop messing with you, okay? Okay,
Thank
let me
you.
stop messing with you, okay? Next time.
Okay, thank you.
If you look at me, and when I was speaking to her, you'll see that, yes, that's easy to do. The physical act of going up, that's something that's easy to do. But the moments in there where she felt very strange, she thought I was strange. She actually thought some of the things that I was doing and the way that I was open was really strange because it's very foreign to her way of being. So in this way, that's the feeling of everything. That's when it becomes quote unquote scary. It's not the moments of just actually going up that's scary. It's the interacting things that come with that, the unknown moments. So that brings me to the physical act of approaching a woman is not difficult at all. The physical act of approaching a woman is not difficult. Think about this. You see a woman there and you just walk over and you say hello and you're like, hello. From that place, that is actually not the difficult part. The difficult part is definitely not that. But guys have it already in their mind that the difficult part is she's there walking over there and saying hello. That's not the difficult part. Not at all. You can do it over and over and over, and you can see that actually just the physical act has no relevance to feeling. And this is one of the confusions that happens, is that there's a hard emphasis on walking up and not an emphasis on the feeling. The feeling is a very different plane. The feeling is a very different terrain than actual physicality. Doing the physical act of going over and just going, hello, that's not difficult. Even at the surface level, using the words are not even difficult. So that brings me to another point. Forget about the physical act of walking up. Forget about it. Because the physical act is pointless as far as putting all your emphasis on that. Because you think like walking over and doing this thing, thank you for the number, you think all of that is actually the scary part, when in essence, moving past that is what it is. That brings me into two stories, recent stories that I've had. I was with a Skype client, and he's basically saying to me, hey man, I've been doing this for 12 years. Let's think about this. Hey man, I've been doing this for 12 years, and I still feel a feeling in my chest. And I just went, of course you do. Of course you do. You've been going through the motions for 12 years. You've been doing the physical things. You've been on the surface the whole time, quote unquote. We can call that physical as well, on the surface. You've been on the surface the whole time. Of course, you don't know what it really means to really sit in your heart. You don't know what it really means to sit with what you feel. You just know that there's a pretty girl and her beauty brings you to her. That's all you know. And you do the things to be able to put your dick in the hole. That's what you know. But you don't know what it truly means to operate from feeling. You have no clue about this. Then that brings me to another guy. As we're doing this one-on-one coaching, he basically is feeling like, you know what, man, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing this over and over and over and over. And I feel like I'm just going through the motions. He says the same thing. He's like, I'm there and I'm saying the things, but I feel like I just want to be quiet and just look at her. And for him, I say the same thing. Of course you do. Of course you do. What is it to walk up to someone and not actually feel as you do it? What is it? Nothing is what it is. This is why a guy can come to me after 12 years and say, I've been doing this and following this thing and this thing and this thing, and I feel like you're the one that can be able to get me to it. That's why a guy can do it religiously, literally, religiously over time and still feel like, hey man, I'm still going through the motions. That's why he can come to me and say that, because he knows that I'm not doing that. He knows that I don't endorse going out there and just going through the motions of hello, conversation, number, sex. He knows that I don't care about that process. He knows that I care about leading with him, because I was once there. I know what it's like to feel like you need to game. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to see a woman and want to do the things to get her. I know what that's like. I've been there. I've approached so many girls, so many. And speaking to them in ways where it didn't feel like it was me. I remember going out there and wanted to speak to a girl and thinking about what's the best way that I can go in. What's the line that's going to be able to be the most influential? What's the direct way that I'm going to be able to have the most impact? I remember going along and wanting to just express this part of myself. That's what I remember. And it frustrated me. I would feel like I want this to be shown to the girl. But I've learned that there's so many different things I need to do to show this. I questioned even showing myself. I questioned it because I trust the game so much. That's what it is. I trust the game so much that I stopped trusting what wanted to naturally express and come through. I just stopped it. Because I was like, all right, well, since this guy knows how to do it, since I've seen this guy do it, since I've seen guys act like this, I better hold this here because this doesn't seem right. And I'll do these things. And I'm getting good reactions and girls are liking it and I'm feeling like all good about it and I'm getting numbers. And I'm even going on some dates with some girl, but I'm also noticing that something is missing. And this is also something that they were feeling. That I'm doing everything and I'm doing the things and guys say do this and I'm still missing something. And I just went for myself. Do I want game or do I want to feel? These are the two choices that you then have at the end of all of this. When you start in this path, you literally get to a point where you have to go, do I want to continue on with the game or do I want to go with feeling? And this is a hard crossroad. Because if you continue on with game, you get to do all the things. You don't have to worry about being hurt. You don't have to worry about having a woman attach you in a way where you don't feel comfortable. You don't have to worry about showing yourself. Truly, you don't have to worry about it. But the moment that you choose feeling, you choose yourself. You choose to lead with you instead of leading with game. There's a difference. Are there aspects of it that I'll say that can give you insight? Yes, definitely. Do not let me say that it's not through your understanding, because I'm not saying that game is bad, but I am saying that it's far away from yourself. There's aspects of it that can teach you about aspects of you that is you, but it's not you. And people may even go, well, what if I am me and I just use game? Now that's a different thing. That's beyond what I'm talking about right now. And something I could talk about if you were with me in person or through a seminar. But right now, the only two things that I want to put the focus on is game and feeling. And the moment that you go with feeling, you go with you. You make the choice to lead with you. That's the choice that you make. And that's the choice that I made. And it's a scarier choice. I was with another student and I said, also another student who was doing it for a whole fucking year since our coaching. He's just like going out and he was just like going through the things and doing the stuff. And he's not realizing that he's just going through the motions. When he came to me last week, he said, or a week before, I've been doing it for a year, but I haven't seen that many results. And I just sat a certain way and I got close to him and I said, how do you feel with me in this space like this? And he said, I feel uncomfortable. And I was like, that's because what you're really seeking is genuine. All of the flowery stuff can pull you in, but it's not sustainable. Genuine is what he was seeking. It's crazy because many guys getting in this and they start speaking in ways that sound like it. They start acting in ways that sound like it, but it's not the real way. It's not genuine. It looks like it. It's a placebo. But it's not really that. And I basically said, I want you to only be aware of one thing. The times where you feel like you are speaking game. And if you can be aware of this, you will know what genuine is. He walked into the first interaction. He was speaking. Then he came out, he was like, I can see the times where I'm doing it. And every single one, he saw the times where he were doing it. And he didn't allow himself to do it. That's when he understands being genuine. When you remove game, you understand what being genuine is. And what do I mean by remove game? When you remove the things that you feel will work in the moment. Uncomfortableness arises, but also the truth arises of you. And this is what I let them know, is that, man, you've just been going through the motions. Like you haven't been doing anything but going through the motions. The girl doesn't know you. But if you disallow yourself to say the gamey line or say the line that you feel will work, you will then be able to connect to yourself. That was the change. He wanted genuine, and he couldn't find it through the physical thing. He couldn't find it through the surface. He couldn't find it through the physical act of going, do you want to go on a date? Like he couldn't find it through that. You can't. That's just up here. Who you are is all under here. And if you lead with this, at some point, you're going to find yourself getting bored by it. It's the only result. Or you're going to try to use a different thing, or try to use a new line, or something more flirtatious. And then at some point, you're going to get bored of that. Because remember, when it's at the surface, it's not you. And whatever is not you, you will get bored with. Moving from the physical act, you move into feeling. This is why approaching women is very scary, because you are forced to lead with you. And certain things may show up that you don't want to show up. Things like, I don't want the girl to see that I still struggle with expressing myself. Things like, I don't want the girl to see that I'm actually afraid of getting hurt. Things like, I actually don't feel like I'm really all that without game. Things like, if the girl got close to me, I would be afraid to actually show her me. Things like this. This is what really scares a man when he gets into this walk. It's not the act of doing the things to get the woman. It is the act of actually showing himself all the way through. And what do I mean by showing himself? Truly being himself, moment to moment, through the interaction. That is scary, because sometimes it's not acceptable. Sometimes the girl may feel like you're not as confident as she thought. Sometimes the girl will feel like, why are you so afraid? Sometimes the girl will feel like, but most of the times the girl will feel empathy towards the parts of you that you don't want to show. But you don't know that, because what you're going with in the moment is, I don't want to go with feeling, because you know what? I don't want to get attached. I don't want to feel needy. I don't want to be like this. These are all the things that comes with I did not wanting to feel and just going with the game. That's what comes with it. But I challenge you to go with feeling. That's what I challenge you with. If you're someone who isn't approaching, then this is something for you to know before you do it. Is that the physical act is not scary. There was a guy who did it for 12 years and told me that he still felt the feeling in his chest. And I said, you're still the person that you were 12 years ago. You're still him. You're not this cool man. You're not. He's like, but I've done cool things. I'm like, I don't care what you've done that's cool. You're not the cool guy that you think you are. You're still the guy who doesn't think he's enough. You're still that guy. You're still the guy who that wants to be accepted. You're still the 22-year-old virgin guy who feel all these insecurities. You're still him. You just built a new image on top of you. But I also told him that it's not until you go, I am that man, yes I am, that you're going to be able to find out how to resolve it. Because he was like, I want to be a coach. I'm like, the only way that you're going to be able to go into something like this and really give a man change is the first change in yourself. Because if you do it at the surface level, you're going to build more guys who are going to be at the surface level. Because the coach and the student, or the teacher and the student, have a connection. And that connection is the student can go only as deep as the teacher. That's the connection they have. And I'm like, it's up to you, man. So I told him, if you want to go down a route of filling, then you can change. But he was like, so when I'm in a situation at night and I'm talking to a girl, I'm like, if I tell you something else right now, this will be more mental stimulation. You don't need any more mental stimulation. You've been doing this for 12 years. You need filling now. It totally disrupted his reason for coming on Skype with me. He had all these questions, and the only answer was he needs to start filling again. Because he blocks it. Feel once again, and then you'll know why you have all these blocks. Want to feel once again. Want your heart to be at the surface when you're meeting someone. Not even just women, when you're meeting someone. Want your heart to be here with them. Want your whole self to be present with them. Not, I'm here with you giving all these things, but I'm going to keep myself guarded and I won't show you my feelings. No. Operating totally from filling in everything. Because when you're totally operating in the moment, when you're totally here in the moment with your heart and yourself, you can't become needy. Because you're totally present with it. The transition is from physical to wanting to feel, to wanting to explore the realm of feeling. That's how approaching women will become easier, is exploring the realm of feeling more. Not how do I do this thing and this thing and this thing. It's how do I learn to be with this feeling more, but still be able to operate? How do I learn to feel everything that's happening here, but still be able to go hello? From that place of being scared. Not from the place of trying to block out the fear and going hello. No, it's totally feeling all of it and operating from that place. That's a difference to that. When you operate from that place, you're learning. It's undoing. That's the beauty of feeling, is that you can lead with you. And that's the only thing that I do teach, leading with yourself. Getting rid of anything that's not natural and coming back to naturalness. Approaching women isn't the scary part. It's not. It's feeling all that comes with it. It's the moments of not knowing what's going to happen. It's going up to the woman and having her feel a certain way and you feeling like you're something that you have always thought you are, like a creepy or something like this, or you're not enough. Then it becomes inflated in that moment, and now you feel it and it feels like you really are that. That's what you're scared of, everything that comes with it. And be scared of it. Be scared. There's nothing wrong with being scared of it. Be scared of it and want to feel it. Because a guy constantly says to me, this feels scary. This feels like I'm really, like it feels like it's just different and it's I don't know, I'm scared of it. And I go, great man, I'm glad you're scared of it. Now want to feel it. With your intention, want to feel it. To let you know, my website is now up. theessenceofmen.com. It's now up and it's a very simple site, but it gives you the chance to know where I'm at in the world, what coaching I have available, and you get the chance to read and get my free giveaways. Underneath, you'll see it in the description box and also in the thumbnail, because I'll put it in my thumbnail to let you know exactly how to spell it, because the two E's may confuse you. I still have some spots left for my London seminar, which will be next weekend. I have 4 spots left. And if you feel like you want to be a part of this, this is the time. Anything else you want to find out, you can go to the website and it'll be there. Otherwise, I have a free Meet the Bedroom series that's also on the website, but I'll also leave a link below that you can go to, put in your email, and then you'll be a part of my list as a part of the process as well. Subscribe and share this with anybody who you feel will understand it and needs it. And like I always say, who you are is valuable for that which you want in life and in relation to women. It's just realizing it. I'll talk to you tomorrow.